Good morning from the tiny studio. Here are my morning musings today, Friday. I guess it's December 15th. So, as you can see on my palette, this is the first thing that I have in my mind today is I have expanded my primary palette, my primary limited palette, meaning in my course that I'm teaching right now, we're going through starting out with 3 primary colors plus burnt sienna, because burnt sienna is one of the most I don't know, it's one of my favorite pigments, and so with those 3 colors plus burnt sienna, you can effectively paint anything, and it looks great. Like, I mean, my tree paintings, all of these paintings here are with this primary limited palette. But after this painting here, the next step is to expand to a limited palette, meaning a warm and cool of each color. So of each of the primaries, and still using burnt sienna, but not adding any more earth tones yet. So I went through and did mixing, just some basic color mixing of the warm yellow with the warm red to create the orange, and then the warm yellow with the cool red to create the orange. And, so you can begin to see the subtleties of the differences of mixing each color and what happens to that color just using 2 pigments, and then adding white to bring the value up so that you can also see how white affects your color mixing, especially titanium white, which has a chalkiness to it. And it cools down your colors as well. So if you're looking for a really warm value in a higher tone, in a higher value, and you're using titanium white, it will effectively and essentially cool it down. But if you use something like a flake white or flake white substitute, because that's what I can get here, then it doesn't have that same effect. It will keep your mixes and those higher values warmer. But in this beginning course that I'm teaching, we're basically sticking to titanium white. It's a great white and very effective and very useful, and just a great place to start from. So we're talking about all of that. And for the next week's painting, and I'm considering going back and painting another lemon or two using this new palette, because that's my base, right? If you can paint a lemon, you can paint anything. And so I'm considering doing that, but I haven't decided yet. I may want to paint pears instead. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Or at least do a demo of how to use the warm and cool colors in your painting at this level. Because you guys, there's no set boundaries of how to use your colors. But at this level, we have to start somewhere. We have to, consider just your basic foundation of how you're going to move from there. So those things are on my mind, and I have to do, and I am so excited to do another quick tip video. So, and I have not decided what I'm going to do I don't know what my quick tip is. If there's something you wanna see, go ahead and leave it in the comments. In the next few hours, I need to have that done and, give myself the time to edit it, and, put it up out into the world. So that's, those are the things on my mind today, and, preparing, the videos and the information that, for the class tomorrow and on Monday. And, oh, I have, another new course coming up in January, January 13th. If anybody's interested in learning these basic foundations with, in a minimalistic kind of way, so you don't get all confused with what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. The focus is on painting and just using very minimal supplies, just the basics of what you need, not getting all complicated, and keeping that going so that you can begin to open up this creative pathway within and begin to work with it and begin to understand how it works through you, because it is essentially the process of manifestation. If anybody's ever looked into that kind of thing, you get the awareness, the idea, you get inspired by it, you begin to communicate it out in some way, you decide that you love it, and then you put your willpower into actually setting it up on a physical place and a physical realm, mixing those colors, and then you begin the creative process, the creative play from this inspiration, right? This coming through and create it. And we do that with everything. So that's the main basis of this course that I teach. Plus, then learning how to paint a lemon, because if you can paint a lemon, you can paint anything. And moving from a lemon to landscapes, to seascapes. And yes, they are landscape, seascapes, representational work, to understand how to mix your colors, to understand how to lay your brush strokes, to understand how to put together your composition, the design of the painting, how to effectively take this inspiration and put it on a two-dimensional surface with all of you in it, with your excitement, with your love, with your problems, with your limitations, with your expansions, with all of it coming through, just allowing this process to take place through your brushes and creating masterpieces, because they're all masterpieces. And no, I mean, I'm never going to be one of the great artists, at least not yet. And just kind of getting off your high horse and getting away from that ever so um, sticky idea of magnificence. And I think it's a natural human pattern to move towards magnificence. That is a valid pursuit, but let's get the ego out of the way, because when your ego gets in it, you look more like Gollum with his precious. It's, I mean, isn't that true? It works for me. That is a metaphor that works beautifully for me. So it's like getting away from grasping on to am I good enough? Am I painting good enough? Am I teaching good enough? Am I perfect? Am I magnificent? Yeah, no. Uh-uh. Get that out of the way. And, you know, so painting is really easy when you pull that part out and just kind of like take a breather, step back, get real, let's paint and have some fun with it. Let's paint because when you paint and you allow your creativity to flow, when you come into yourself and you begin to see what is happening in here, uh, you know, you can create beauty in your life right now, no matter what your situation is. You can create some element of beauty to whatever extent that you want to bring it. And from there, you branch out and, maybe move into a state of artistry, a state of artistic magnificence. That's those are the opportunities that open up to you. But first, let's stick with a limited palette. Let's just learn some basic things and have fun, enjoy. So, if you're interested in following along with me and coming with me on this journey in January, let me know. Get in touch. Leave a comment. I haven't got a landing page up or any of that yet, so just leave a comment, and I will find you and get back to you, and we can talk about it. Okay, so that's what I've got going on. And I hope you enjoy this beautiful Friday. And oh God, can I just I know it's like I'm supposed to be under 10 minutes. I'll probably just wipe that off because maybe I'll do it under 15 minutes. But uh, last year I did this TikTok thing on a different channel and I kept it really quiet because I didn't want people to find me as I was embarrassed. Oh, the vanity. Oh, the vanity. Okay, so I didn't want to because I had no idea how this was going to go. So I did this laughing therapy thing where you just laugh for a minute. And, you start out fake laughing. Most of the time, if not all the time, it's fake. It's it seems ridiculous, and perhaps it is, but wow, wow, was it an amazing experience. I did it for 1 month, and uploaded on TikTok, and, it was called, The Laughing Beads, Beeds, because my dad used to call me Beads, Reedy Beads, Beady Beads, whatever, and, I just didn't wanna come out as me. So what you do is just fake laugh. I mean, just ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha, get your belly into it. Ha ha. And really quickly, really, really quickly, you will, if not crack up. I mean, just it's just you in front of the mirror or in the car or whatever, wherever you are, you just begin to crack up. Or at least if you're in a really, really, really bad place, you will actually smile. And just a natural smile, starting from fake smiles, uh, is enough to release dopamine and serotonin and all those good feely stuff in your mind. So, uh, essentially, from what I understand, you can really, really, really uplift yourself when you're not in the best of moods. And here's the thing, I did it for a month. And after that month was over, I thought, I'll just keep doing this. And I did for a while, but then it just kind of slowly stopped. And then time passed, and then I realized, like, "Oh, wait a minute. I stopped laughing." Like, I used to just laugh at everything, and I used to begin to laugh at things that really bothered me in the past, with my partner. Things that really bugged me. I would just start laughing at it, and it was so much better than getting all So I'm gonna start doing that today because the holiday seasons are and can be, really stressful for people, and I'm on this little tiny island, and I don't have the whole Christmas rush stressful thing, I put up my lights and my little decorations, and that's fine, and I still have this uneasiness, like, I want magic to happen in my life as if the Christmas holiday season is going to like drop magic into my life. No, I am going to create my magic. And one way to do that is to just simply fake laugh until you begin to laugh. So if you guys want to join me, um, let's start today. Ha ha ha. Have a great Friday, everyone.